Hello and welcome to episode 20 of my Let's Play Vanilla Minecraft. I am KHM, and in this episode we are going to be talking about Snapshot B of week 1 of the year 2013. That is right. 13W01B. Now, I was actually using A a short while ago, but B just came out, so we've updated to B. Now, in this snapshot, they have added nether quartz, which you get from the nether. Later on in this episode, assuming that we have time, excuse me, I will show Harkugan and I's adventure to get the nether quartz, which I've stuck in my redstone stuffed chest because it's more redstone than anything else. So, first up, let's talk about the new hoppers that have been... Man, don't know why I'm burping. New hoppers that have been added. For the recipe for the new hoppers, just take half these, is smooth stone and some chests. And there isn't a proper icon for them yet, so we just have this work in progress icon. Now these hoppers are what have actually made me jump over to the new snapshot rather than wait for the official for the official release of the update. They are pretty damn cool. They are basically vanilla Buildcraft pipes, sort of, in a way. Okay, first of all, let's get some dirt. Dirty dirt, 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 dirt. Now, I didn't actually wait to start recording and immediately replaced the system with a hopper. So we'll go over that in a second. Okay, first of all, let's place a hopper. This is what it looks like in the 3D world. And it did not want to be picked up like that. Okay. So, first things first, we place down a chest. Awesome. We place a hopper here. Note that it's not connected. If we throw stuff in, nothing happens. Okay, that's kind of expected. What is the proper tool? An axe? An axe is the proper tool for that? That's unexpected. Okay, if we shift right click on that, we see that the hopper now connects to this chest. And if we throw cobblestone into the hopper, we see that it starts draining. Now, according to the wiki, it drains at 2 to 3 items per second, which is cool. If we take some of these cobblestones and throw it onto the hopper, we see that it disappears when it hits the top. But how about the sides? Nope. Doesn't suck them up. Oh. Okay, no, that's just them turning into a stack. Okay. So no, it doesn't suck them up from the sides. So it probably won't suck them up from the bottom either. Go ahead and take our cobblestone here. From the top. Okay, yep. Works from the top. How about if we chain them? Connect it on the side. Okay, yep, it seems to be draining into this hopper, which is draining into the chest. Cool. Okay. Now then, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, let's place this down first. And actually, you know what? Place this down. Oops. Place that there. That there. Perfect. Okay, and now let's go ahead and throw in our cobblestone. Will it automatically connect to this chest? Indeed it did. Okay, and it's being pulled into here. Sweet. Now, from what I've read in the wiki, it doesn't quite work with furnaces, so I'm not going to bother with that. Although that is probably wrong of me, I probably should be, but whatever. We saw what we wanted. Okay, next up, let's go play with daylight sensors. I'm kind of curious about this one, since, you know, in my last episode, I quite literally said, I'm thinking about building a daylight sensor. Herp derp. Not realizing that, well, no, I did kind of read that they might add one into this version, but I wasn't expecting it so soon. Okay, and that is the recipe for a daylight sensor. Is this daylight only, or will it work via from any light source? Let's see. Let's put a torch directly above it. Okay, so not from just any light source. What? Okay, I just looked it up on the wiki, and it says it can be picked up with any tool, but for some reason it just disintegrated. It must be a bug or something. Oh well, sucks. So, I'm gonna go ahead and roast some more sand because we need some more glass. Okay, and I'll go ahead and just craft up another one. Okay, so since this doesn't quite work quite the way I would like it to, I'm just gonna place it where I plan to use it. Right over here might be a good spot. Now that I think about it, no, it wouldn't be, but oh well. I'm gonna go get different material. Okay, went ahead and grabbed some stone, since that would be a better material for this. Place that there. So this. Okay, and it's currently nighttime, which means that this doesn't work for squat. So we'll go ahead and wait until daytime. I'll just skip until then. Okay, so we can see the sun is coming up. I've turned off clouds because they were really annoying me. So we won't have to worry about fighting with clouds. Oh, look at this. Sun's just barely up and it's 1 block. I put dirt blocks every 5. Oh, yeah. Just as its sun's barely starting to come up. 1 block. Pretty cool. Oh, now it's 2 blocks. Three blocks. And I'll put a timer in the lower left corner of the screen 4 blocks, or is that 5? No, that's 4. 4 blocks. So that way we can see how long this is actually taking. Oh, now it's at 5 blocks. Pretty sweet. Okay, well, cool. And it should just slowly climb. Yep, 6 now. It's kind of interesting, they all look about the same. Previously with the power levels, you would have that decreasing with distance, and I don't know. Well, maybe it is. It's hard to tell. But usually the last one in line would just be just barely, but it's distinctly different. Maybe they changed that. I don't know. This is supposed to be the Redstone update, where they overhaul the whole Redstone system. Well, yeah, I think we can work with this. It's fairly simple and straightforward. And you know what? I'll just go ahead and leave this here. Or, you know what? Let's see how far it will actually go. It should go all the way to 16, I believe. Or 15, one of the two. Guess we'll find out. It's at 10 now. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Okay, so at high noon it is 15. Which means that it's probably just going to go down from here. So I'll just go ahead and leave it to its own devices. I'll work with that later. Now, the wiki recommends using it from 5 blocks out for turning on and off lights. And that's what I'll probably do. Seems like a good number. Okay, next up we have gold weighted pressure pads. Well, I guess light. Weighted pressure pad light. And weighted pressure pad heavy. Okay, that's interesting. Now, I'm not going to actually make the pressure pads because they're not particularly useful to me at the moment. But the one that's made out of gold reaches its full redstone signal strength at 60 items, whereas the iron one reaches its full signal strength at 600 items. So let me pull up a calculator. Okay, 60 divided by 15, 4. Okay, so the gold weighted pressure pad gains 1 block of redstone signal strength every 4 items. And I'm going to guess that the iron one is every 40. Just, you know, guess, yep, every 40 items. The iron block, or the iron pad, gains a block. And like I said, I'm not going to make either of those because they're not particularly useful to me. And we also have trapped chests, which is kind of interesting. It's not particularly useful to me, but I might be able to find a use for it later on, so let's figure out how to make it. Okay, we need a tripwire hook. Let's see the recipe for that. I've never actually made a tripwire hook, so stick, this thing, and what was the other? Iron. And that gets us 2 tripwire hooks. Take one and place it on somewhere around a chest. Okay, it's to the left of the chest we get trapped chest. Trap chest there. Now, if we place down a regular chest right next to it, we can't really see it because of the torch. So I'll move that torch to right here. Now, if you look closely at the 2 chests, you see that this one has kind of a dark black-ish ring around the lock thing, whereas this one has a very light red ring around its lock buckle. Stare at it for a few minutes so you can see that. Maybe even get a close-up on it. Okay. Took me a few minutes myself to figure that one out. Okay, now if we put some redstone here, this emits a signal. So you can see it emits a redstone signal when somebody opens it. Well, that's interesting. Got a little bit of red on the inside as well. Okay, now the number of blocks the redstone signal travels from this is the number of people looking into the chest. So just me alone, it's 1 block of redstone signal. If it were Harkugan and I, it would be 2 blocks. Harkugan, Sky, and I, it would be 3 blocks. So on and so forth. Now, that'd be useful for like traps and things. Although I'm going to guess we're probably going to see that in some sort of future dungeon that is probably going to be added with the redstone update. Okay, now they have added a way for a player to get nether bricks. You get it by smelting netherrack into nether brick here, which looks suspiciously like peat, although slightly lighter, redder color. Arrange them in a 2x2 box like this, and you get nether brick. So you no longer have to cannibalize nether fortress after nether fortress to get yourself some nether brick, which is kind of cool, and gives an additional use to the netherrack, which you get shit tons of. Okay. Oh, Oh, right. Redstone block. Can't forget the redstone block. Which is both a way of storing redstone and... Okay. So redstone blocks are supposedly, basically, when placed out in the world, they're basically redstone torches that can be pushed by a piston. Though I'm guessing pistons have been set up so they can't accept a redstone signal from this direction to make this work. Although I'm not entirely sure they were able to before. But, as you can see, extending, contracting. And if we put some redstone down, we find that that's not going to work because of the stupid snowman. Okay. Huh. Let's move this so we can actually see what's going on here. I do see some potential for that. For starters, reduced redstone, or a reduced bud switch footprint. Although that's not really going to be an issue since bud switches will soon no longer, or piston-based bud switches will soon no longer work. And they're going to be adding a bud switch redstone block to the game so you can legitimately have block updates, which is something I've been asking for like a year now. It's awesome. Although I really hope that the new bud switch block is a solid block like this. Because if it's like a repeater or something, it's going to be pretty much useless. Next to useless as a half slab or something. So yes, we have the torch here, or this. And I wonder, if I apply a redstone signal to it, turn it off. No. Okay. So redstone signals do not turn it off. The thing looks like it probably glows in the dark a bit. Let's see what its light level is. Okay, no, it does not give off any light whatsoever. So this is definitely not a redstone torch. What this is it's just a redstone block that gives off a constant continuous signal. I must admit I'm a little disappointed by that. But it's still useful, I'd imagine, in certain applications. But you could not use it as some sort of NOT gate. Okay, what else? According to this, there have been some inventory management changes, but I'm not really going to dive into that. I almost forgot about the comparator. This is the recipe for it. I'll just get a couple of them. Now, I'm not quite sure I fully understand how these things are supposed to work. Okay, now, it's my understanding of it that, okay, now it's my understanding that how this basically works is if signal A, which is coming out the back, or coming into the back, is greater than signal B, which is coming into the side, then the output is, let's see, is it by default? Which is it? Okay. Okay, so currently it's just outputting at 100%. Let's right-click on this. Okay, it's currently in subtraction mode. Alright, so in this mode, it just acts as kind of a repeater, outputting the maximum possible strength. In this mode, it's outputting the difference between the two signals. So it's taking this signal, subtracting this signal from it, and this is the result. So there's one block difference, apparently, between these two currently. And there was another thing that it could apparently do. Apparently, if you take a chest, put items in here, yeah, there it goes. It starts outputting a signal corresponding to the amount of items that are in here. So, in theory, a full chest would net a full strength signal, although we are obviously not getting that. I wonder if it's based on the amount of items actually placed in there or the number of slots available. Well, let's test it out. If I take some of this redstone and put it in every single slot, we find that it's not doing anything. All the different modes. Nope. Okay, so it's based on the number of items in there. That must have been one of the new inventory changes. Interesting. So, it's outputting not based on the number of slots available, but the number of items left in the stacks, or maybe the items total, I'm not sure. I need to do a bit more experimenting, and I'm going to be lazy right now, and not do them. Maybe in another episode. So, that's all the functionality of that. I'm sure I'll find some use for that fairly soon. Alright, in the interest of being efficient, I went out there and I created a chest and a hopper system for the current existing mob grinder. That way I can get mob drops while I'm in here running about. See, getting a lot of stuff from here. That's good. That's good. It's all working. Let's see. I think that's about it. Now, this episode is going to be a little bit shorter. We're pretty close to the time anyway. We're like 5 minutes shy of it. So I'm not going to put in the adventures of Harkugan and I through the Nether as we get the quartz. That'll probably be the next episode. And so for now, I am KHM, and we'll see you in the next episode.